Well, I'm here with the man of the hour himself, Tommy Robinson. Tommy, not the result that you were hoping for, that I thought you would get. I think it comes down to you have been unpersoned.
It's complete. I said censorship 1, democracy 0. How can you fight? There's reasons why the election campaign, there's all these rules and laws to make it equal. You can only spend the same as each other, all these rules and regulations. But in this campaign, my opposition could use social media. They could do paid advertisement, which I couldn't. I had organisations doing paid advertisement against me, slandering, lying about me, demonising me, and I couldn't even counter it.
It's still 40,000 votes is quite a lot. It's a record for an independent candidate for the European Union elections. And it was just in the one geographic region of Northwest England. But it wasn't quite enough to punch through. I have a theory that I heard someone on your campaign team say, is that because Nigel Farage was running with a very strong Brexit message, and because the UKIP was still on the ballot, and Gerard Batten has been strong on some of the other issues like the Islamification, that maybe some of the Tommy vote dissipated to both of those parties.
I'd say multiple things like that. Multiple things like many people wouldn't even have known I was running. Many people wouldn't have voted. Many people aren't registered to vote. By the time we found out and got our leaflets printed, by the time we went out, people only had 2 days to vote. By the time we started campaigning, and then to campaign, we couldn't reach people. We had no social media. When we tried to use Royal Mail to do leaflets, they prevented and they blocked them and they didn't hand them out. So we've been up against everything. So all in all, look, we fought, we lost. If we lost a fair fight, I'd stand there and swallow it. But it wasn't a fair fight. And this should be a message to democracies across the world. Once social media giants and big tech are working with your government, it was the government who asked big tech to remove me. And then when I fight in a campaign against them, I'd have the ability to reach people.
We had a 3-hour live stream tonight, and I thought it was very interesting. We took a lot of comments from around the world, thousands of comments. A lot of people from the United States follow you. And I think they're interested in you because you're an interesting person, and because they care about the United Kingdom as an ally. But I think you're the canary in the coal mine. I've referred to the UK as a dystopian time machine where we can see our unhappy future if we don't stop the path we're on. What lessons, what warning would you have for people in America?
That they haven't just deplatformed me. They've removed me from Facebook. I had the biggest, most interactive Facebook page in the country, 1.2 million followers. They didn't just remove me, but anyone who mentions my name. Any person that mentions my name then gets removed. So you can't even talk about me. Now, they could do that with anyone in America. They could do it with Donald Trump. If no media were allowed to talk about him, which they're not, in mine, unless it's negative, his ability in his last campaign was that he had his own platform. He could talk himself on Twitter, on Facebook. He could use those social media platforms to get his message to the people. If they were removed completely and mentioning his name was banned, how would he fight another election campaign? How could he? He couldn't. He certainly wouldn't win. So that should be a warning that they've done it to Alex Jones, they've done it to me, they've done it to Paul Joseph Watson. I've broken no laws, I've committed no crimes that have resulted in this. It should be a warning to every American watching, that they will do it to you. It's coming. This is big tech taking back control after watching the Donald Trump election, after watching the Brexit election. This is them taking back control completely, limiting what we can say, limiting who can hear from us. I had an election campaign where I had no ability to talk to the people. I had no ability to reach them. Every avenue I tried, they blocked.
Well, you've been away from home on the campaign trail full tilt for so long, so I'm going to let you go. But I should say two things. You seem, other than the fact that you didn't win, you seem in good spirits. You seem in good shape. I remember when you got out of prison last year, they had roughed you up. You look fit, you look focused. I won't even say you look sad. I mean, you look defiant, and I mean, you're obviously not happy, but you seem, of all the setbacks in your life, this doesn't seem to have pushed you back because you've achieved certain things. So let me ask the obvious question that I know so many of our viewers will say. What next?
Prison on the 4th of July. So this ain't the depressing bit. I think that they've tried everything, they've attacked every way. For those who don't know, I'm in court on the 4th of July for the same conviction that I've already spent 3 months nearly on solitary confinement for speaking and giving public information outside the courtroom. The level of censorship in this country is unreal. I don't think the establishment would be happy till I'm dead and gone completely, so I can't make any noise. Next is the next battle, it's the next fight. I've got 3 beautiful kids, you've just seen me FaceTiming them, so I'll pick myself up and I'll keep going.
All right, mate. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Congratulations on a good run, and we look forward to. We'll be back in London. Both Jessica of our staff and I'll be here in London covering your trial on the 4th of July and the 5th of July.
To your followers, to the people online, to me, everywhere I go, I feel like I've got an army behind me because of the support I get. So a massive thank you. It's been an experience. Last 4 weeks have been an experience and a learning curve. And everything that happens in my life, I take and try and learn from it. I'll learn from this.
Thanks, Tommy. Cheers.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.